So today we have Ashi. Okay, so she's going to take this session. So today the topic is Figma, and she's our Figma guru. So she will take us through Figma. Okay, and she will give us a walkthrough of Figma, and she will teach us how to use Figma and other few tips and tricks about Figma. Okay, so Ashi, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So over to you.
Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm a user experience designer, and I started into this field last year. And I have been in touch with Manprit sir and Kalsify Academy for like past 5 to 6 months. And thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity today. So yeah, I'll just start. So today we'll be discussing more about Figma basically, and I'll try to cover like those who are starting out, those who are beginners, and also those who are kind of like on intermediate level. So we'll try to cover that as well. Figma is basically a free online UI tool to create, type, and handle. Figma is getting a lot of popularity these days. If you guys also have might have noticed why, because it is offering a lot of things which other softwares are not offering. Like recently, it has introduced FigJam. Uh, just- so recently, it has started with FigJam, where you can do brainstorming as well. So if you are working on a project with say 4 to 5 people, so you can do brainstorming here. You just have to take these sticky notes. You can color coordinate or however. So you can do that in FigJam. So why Figma? Figma is free, first of all. Second, it's web based. So if you want to share your suppose with any of your client or anyone, so you can just share a link and they can open it on browser. So with other apps, it's like they have to have the desktop version, right? So it allows collaboration very easily and it is very fast to use. Also, Figma apps you must try. Figma design we are all familiar with, in which we will be working today. This is how it looks. FigJam I showed you, and then there is Figma Mirror app as well. So Figma Mirror app, it can be installed in phone and on web as well. So I'll open the web one for now. So on Figma Mirror, you can just select your designs, any of your designs, and it will showcase to you like exactly how it is going to look on a browser or on a website. Let's say I select this frame. So it will show me this on the browser. So exactly how our users are going to see. Especially for mobile apps, you can see if your icons or anything like if their touch points are correct or not. If the font size is actually readable on the phone or not. So you can check that out with Figma Mirror app. And now some of the basics. So we'll start with this. So like I'll tell you how you can kickstart your first project in Figma, how you can place images, how to use community files which are available for free on Figma. So you can use that very effectively. How you can organize your work better, masking images, collaboration, and alignment. So these are about the basics. And we'll also discuss some of the advanced features like uh, creating color and text styles in Figma, auto layout plugins, a lot. So yeah, let's just get started. Firstly, if you will open Figma, so this is the desktop version. If you will open it on web, so it will open like both of them are exactly the same. Mine is logged in right now, so you can simply log in using a Google account or anything, and will log in. So I'll show with the desktop version. Yes. So here all of the recent works which you will do, and this is the community tab from where you can find out a lot of work which people are offering for free. So there are a lot of components, UI kits which you can use. And then you can create a team if you 4 to 5 people or any amount of people want to work on a project. So you can create a team and you can start working together. Then we have like for opening a new file, you can either click from here plus button and you can select you want to open a design file or FigJam file. And if you want to like here is also the same options. And if you want to import, like if you are having any Figma file now, so you can import from here, right? And now we'll just see a few of the UI kits and few community files which you can use. So one is material design UI kit. So I should like at least once go through it and see the standards which it is offering, and You should just check out once how they are, using the paddings and buttons and every standard of font, sizing, everything. So definitely you should go through it once. And you can also take its element, like simply just copy paste it in your file. So it will make your work very, very fast. And there are some plugins also in Figma. So plugins, what are plugins? Plugins are basically third-party applications which will make your workflow very fast. For example, we'll see Unsplash plugin. So Unsplash is a website which offers a lot of free images. So you can simply install its plugin, and now the images you can directly put it into your Figma file. So I'll be using images from Unsplash plugin only today. And this is the design which I created today, and yeah, so we'll be making this today. And if you want, you can also make side by side with me. So if you want, you can also practice. So if you open a file in Figma, it will show up like this. Here are the top panel. Here are some of the pages which I have created. So you can create a page going from here. You can name it whatever you want to name. For now, I'll delete it. And these are the frames. So what are frames? Basically, if you have used Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop, so it offers artboards, right? In Figma, those artboards are called as frames. And how are frames different from those artboards? So it is that in frames, you can use multiple frames on top of each other. So if you are working on a lot of complex stuff or complex projects, so it will come in very handy. If you want to create a new frame, you can either go from here or press F and then create, or you can press A on your keyboard and then go to the site. So Figma offers a lot of already existing presets, right? Like for desktop, for your phone, a lot of popular sizes. So it is already offering. So I will select MacBook Pro. Yeah. I've created this responsive component. So see, I created just one discard, one, and then I used it here, and this one also I've by using the responsive property. So it made my job very simple, right? So yeah. So I've created this card using auto layout. Okay. So I will create it in front of you also right now. So like if you will not have applied auto layout, so you will have to manually increase the size of this image, right? And then you'll have to manually adjust your text, container, everything. But now I've applied it, I will just do this and it will adjust automatically, right?
I have another doubt. You said you use the auto layout thing for the responsive design thing. So my question is that, so is it necessary that every time if we for ease of designing, whenever we are trying to create a responsive site, we should use every thing in a auto layout manner?
See, I would say it's not compulsory, but if you will use it, it will make your work very fast, right? Because a lot of things you can just simply adjust like this, and if you will not use auto layout, so you will have to manually go and adjust everything. So it will only save your time. Otherwise, it's not necessary. Yeah. So let's start with creating this card first only. So I will create this rectangle for this image. Okay. Just copy the. And for placing the image, now I'm going to use Unsplash plugin. So you can go to this place, to Figma, go to plugins, and then click on Unsplash. So you can select, like you can search for any image which you want, or you can even do random. So it will come very handy when you will work on a lot, and you have to insert a lot of images. So you not have to download. You can simply just put using this plugin. So I'll put this one and apply corner border radius to it. So from here you can apply border radius, and if you do from here, it will go to like for both of the all the corners, right? And if you want to apply for any specific corner, you can do from here. For Just copy this. So from here you can maintain the spacing as well. If you select both of these elements, from here you can directly change the spacing. Now for applying auto layout, you can select both of them, do right click and click on add auto layout. Either you can do this way or I am doing shift plus A. It is a shortcut, so you can do that way also. Now we have applied auto layout to it. Like if both of them are like similar, so I will apply auto layout to both of them. If we were to write the price of it, suppose right, so this some other details say right view mode. So now I will apply auto layout to both of them separately and both of them separately because they are coming vertically, right? Both of them are going horizontal. So I will apply a different auto layout for both of them and a different for both of them and then apply for both of these frames. Okay. So now, so for creating this button also we use auto layout. So I will type field 4. Just keep the color to white. And now I will click shift plus A. So auto layout has been applied to it. Now I will go to this side, this space, margins. So you can apply margins. Let's say we are applying 80. So 80 margins are applied to it. And if you want to apply margins to differently, like top, bottom, sides differently, so from here you can do that as well. Now I will do 12 from top and bottom and 16 from the side. I will give it a fill of color. We'll give it blue color. So now also from here you can choose if you want it to be aligned at the center or bottom or top. So now it is aligned at the side, and now I am making its width to 320. Let's say aligned to left side, right? If I will do center, so it will be in center. So it will always remain at the center no matter how much we will move it. So now for creating it responsive, we will select this frame, we will go here and we will click on fill container. So it will, so this view mode, it will always fill the container. Now if you will select this text and paste it, no matter how much, so it will always go like this. See, if you will simply create a rectangle, you fill color. Now let's write it. Okay, I grouped them. So now without auto layout, like if you will keep on writing this, it will not remain in the box. But with this thing, it will do like this. Further going, so this one we applied auto layout to it already. So for making it responsive, I will choose again fill container. Fill container for both of these elements separately. I will choose fill container, okay. And then now, basically I have applied fill container for all the elements inside it. And now I will select both of these frames, name it button. So now I will apply auto layout to both of these containers again. And I will make it spacing to say 16. Okay. So now auto layout has been applied to both of them, and just check. So you have to keep it at fill container for every element.
Like if the lavish apartments and lorem ipsum text, that filler text, had been a part of group, then even then could you have applied a fill container, or do we need to use it as for an individual element, like separate?
I think you'll have to do for separate.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So we have applied auto layout to it, and now I will go and apply the margin. So I will like to keep 16 from all the sides. So I'll simply write the margins. So now I'll apply a fill to it, give it a color, and then I will select both of them, select this frame and this image, and now I will apply auto layout again by using Shift plus A. Again you have to go, so I'm pressing enter. So by enter you will go into every element and you can go and just make it fill container. Else is already fill container. See, now it's working. So now we will create a component for it. So for creating a component, I'll just simply click here. So now what will happen is that if you will duplicate this, I'm duplicating using Alt. Okay. So if you will duplicate it, now this is our main component. I will make any changes in this component. So all the changes will also be given to these, we call them instances. Like the copy of the components are called instances in Figma. So if I will make the color of this button red, so it will happen to all the instances. You can also create variants in components. So for creating variants, you can go here. So now variant is created. Suppose this one is like the simple card. It is not. It is having only just 3 details. And now you want to add one more detail to it. So we have added this one with price. So this is one variant. This is another variant. Okay, and you can name them from here. This is property one. So this is by default. It's default. And this one you can name say price card. Now, if you will use any of these cards, right? So, if you want to make it to price card, you can very easily just do this from here. One new thing which Figma has offered is also like interactive components. So, if you go to prototype, and suppose you want to do this for this instance, if you want to click on this one would open up. So it will automatically do for all the files. So now let's create an F bar. So this is our logo and home, and then I will duplicate this text and write buy. Okay, I'll make its color to black. So I will apply again auto layout to both of them. Just simply selecting both of them and applying auto layout by shift pressing. And I can manage the spacing between them, so I'll make it to 40. Now for adding the other ones, you can just click on this buy and press Ctrl plus D. Duplicate them and rest of them will keep on adding. So for this login button also I'll again apply auto layout. I'll do shift plus A and I'll keep the margins. And fill color blue again. Make it corner. keep for bringing this also in the auto layout, I'll just so button. I'll just take this button into the snap bar, and now this is also taken into our auto layout. So I just selected this button, login button, and put it in our auto layout frame. So it will also come into our auto layout category now. And for now it is like aligned to the top, as you can see. So you can select this frame navbar, go here and make it to center. You want top, bottom, however, so you can do from here. And now we will take this logo and just select this logo, this frame, and we will again apply auto layout, Shift plus A. Again we'll make it to center, and now we'll fill the color white to it. Space. Now let's change the spacing margins. So now I will go and I will select this navbar frame and I will take it to the right. So right now it is 160 from the right? So we want to keep it always at this one. So whenever it will increase. So now it will increase from this side. From this side. Because we have right now aligned it to the left side. So it will always increase from left. And the distance from this side will always remain 160. I will again make it a component. Make this nav bar a component. So I have created this as a component. Now I will create its variants. So for say for now buy screen. So I will just make the buy color to be blue and this color to be black. I will name it buy. This one is our home. Now I've created also for rent. Let's name it rent. And if you go to this original component, you will do rent. You click on rent, this one would open up. So now you don't have to manually do it. So if you are suppose designing for home page, so, right now it is selected home, but now you want to go to about page. So you just copy the snap bar and go and select the about one. You will not have to do it manually. Yeah. So if you are working on just 1 to 2 page website, so it might not come very handy. But if you work on complex projects which have a lot of screens, so it will be very helpful to you. So now we'll create the search bar. Making a rectangle, I'll give it a stroke. Corner radius to 36 for
I
this.
want to ask you something like this: the heights that you're setting or the sizes for the components that you're setting. Are you like doing this out of experience, or is there some sort of guidelines that you're following for all of this? Because you're always fixed on what you want, the height or the text size or everything like that.
Yeah, like the spacing between the components and all.
Yeah, is it because you've done practice this before? That's why you know what to go for, or is there some sort of like design system or something that you're following?
So basically, I'm following like I will keep the spacing vertically also in multiples of 8. So I'm going like that. So I keep its spacing to say 48. So just go with that.
So what you can do is, first of all, you should go and read some good design systems. Okay, so read that and you'll understand a lot of these concepts. Okay, so these are basically the basis of or basics of the design system. That is like how you want to create the design system. It's like the spacing, the font size, and all those things. And you define that in your design system. And after you have that, you start using the same thing, same the principles of the guidelines that you design and define. And now here what Ashi is doing is she's using everything in the multiples of 8. So if you're talking about the spacing between the top navigation and the main heading. So yes, you can use them in the multiple of 8. It could be like 70 to 80 or whatever whatsoever. Chalo, okay, Ashi, continue.
Thanks, sir. Yeah, so for spacing, like just example, so I copied this thing from a design system. So here they have mentioned like how much space they are going to keep. So it is also basically in multiples of 2, right? So just to show you, let's. So I had already copied these like some set of icons from a design kit. UI. I'll just take the icon from here. Wait, I'll take it.
Ashi, do you want to continue in the next session?
I think.
Anna? So let's have discussion. Like, what did you understand today, and how was the session? And yes, we should thank Ashi for contributing and teaching us this. I also learned a lot. Let's have some discussion, and yeah.
So I have a very small doubt. So what are your basic takeaways that you want people to remember?
Yeah. One thing also, like if you are working on a suppose a MacBook, you are designing a homepage. So if you will not put separate parts into frames, then if you will increase the height of it, it will stretch. If everything is in the form of frames, then you can extend it very nicely. I'll just show you in a minute. Hope you can see my screen. Peter, I think everything is in the form of frames, so it's not stretching. But if you will have like simple icons on this one.
Yeah, this has happened with me.
It
Yeah.
will stretch.
Yeah.
But if it is in the form of a frame, so you can simply do it. Yeah, now it's not happening.
Perfect. Perfect.